I'm conflictologist. I prevent people from having conflicts. But once I was participating in group therapy and my group mates told me this: you have a lot of aggression in you. But how come me and aggression? I'm easygoing and kind-hearted. I haven't said anything bad. Yes, a lot of aggression. We feel it behind your smile. But how could it be? I hadn't had any conflicts with anyone. So why? But their opinion was explicit. I had an aggression in me, and all the participants could notice it. My aggression was like a shadow following me, which I couldn't see. I was devastated. Do I really have aggression that I don't notice but people do? For a while, I even dreaded communicating with people. I thought I was a completely positive person. Yet, my aggression was running ahead of me, affecting people the way I couldn't think of. I developed depression. I stopped communicating with anyone. I was afraid of myself. And I started to read a lot. I worked with my therapist, and I explored an aggression as a phenomenon. I was diving deeper and deeper into the topic until I got to the core of aggression. Before I continue my story, I have a question for you. Who thinks that they're aggressive? Nobody, right? But let me tell the truth. We all have aggression inside us. Yes, you've heard it correctly. We all have aggression inside us. And it's expressed in different ways, though. The notion of aggression only sounds bad and harsh. In fact, we can't survive without it. Our body produces adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol as a reaction to external triggers. Just imagine, if a child didn't have aggression, they wouldn't be able to pick up a toy of food. To pick anything up, they needed strength and energy. Aggression is the source of stress and energy, and they needed to survive. Freud and other followers of psychoanalysis said that aggression is in fact the basis of vitality. That is, the life force of a person. Aggression is neither good nor bad. Well, it's bad only in case it transforms into anger and breaches other people's personal boundaries. In other words, aggression is something negative only when it affects other people. When we start to beat them, or yell at them, or throw things at them, pitch a tantrum, or something like that. Also, aggression turns out bad when it's suppressed. When we don't express it anyhow, and it stays deep inside us. It's called self-aggression. It involves beating ourselves up or self-accusation. Likewise, the most charming and kind-hearted people I've met were the harshest. Yes, were the harshest towards themselves. Self-aggression is extremely vicious in that case because it turns your energy and thoughts into exhaustion loop. Inner aggression creates outer aggression, and it's turned again into inner aggression. For instance, you've done something wrong, and you started to blame yourself over and over, creating the endless inner monologue, and it leads to new mistakes and new conflicts, And you again started blame yourself for doing that. This endless process exhausts you. It destroys you. It is exhaustion loop. However, aggression contains a great deal of energy. As we all remember from physics course, energy is neither created nor destroyed. It transforms from one state into another. So, what we do about it? And how could we use it? The first thing to do is to accept it. Confess to yourself, I feel angry. And allow yourself to feel angry. I feel angry when someone breaks my personal boundaries. I feel angry when someone forces me to do what I don't want to. I feel angry when someone points out my weaknesses. I feel angry. And I have my right to feel angry. And it's very important to give yourself that right. Wait. Should be the others the same right? Yes. But in response to their aggression, you can definitely protect your own boundaries. But you should be careful about it. If someone forces you to do what you don't want to, it would be great if you said confidently, I won't do that because I'm not comfortable with that. It would be great because you learn how to set your own boundaries. Now, I want to return to the fact that aggression contains a lot of energy. They needed to make something new, to succeed, to make a breakthrough. If we use up all of it to blame ourselves, where will you find energy for a breakthrough? But why do we do that? Well, because we're used to it. We blame ourselves as a preventive measure to be avoided by blaming by others. Maybe your parents would blame you a lot in your childhood, or maybe you were forbidden to express your aggression as a child. It could be the reason for many problems like bad habits, excess weight, cognitive disorders, and addiction, by the way. Imagine, you are a child and you are forbidden to express your aggression towards your parents. And you are forbidden to say that your parents are wrong. And the amount of energy suppressed is huge. So, what does a child do in response? They learn how to use it. And everyone develops their own recipe. But most children choose to blame themselves instead of blaming their parents. They develop the following logical assumptions. If my parents can't be wrong, it must be me who is wrong. It sounds logical, very logical, in a child's mind. But now we are adults, and we need to change that. We need to stop that self-aggression. What does stopping self-aggression mean? It means if you made a decision for some reason in your mind, it seemed to be right choice in that situation. And now it's a good idea to figure out what those reasons were, without blaming yourself, without beating yourself up. Another thing, when your aggression is revealed, you need to make action about it. You need to implement it somehow. Your aggression is the source that you needed to make a breakthrough. And it is exactly your aggression will help you. Let me give you an example. There is a student of mine who is an entrepreneur, and he had to make some calls, important calls. Calls that he hesitated to make until he got angry about something. His aggression gave him courage and determination, and his fearless determination helped him make that important calls. And he was a success. He was a huge success. That's what I mean by saying to implement your aggression somehow. Another example. Here is a friend of mine who writes poems. Yes, even poets have aggression in them. She said that your best pieces were created under the influence of your aggression. She said, and I quote, "The heights I have reached wouldn't be possible without my aggression." Once you feel angry, start doing something. Right there, right then. Implement your aggression. The only thing is never apply your aggression towards yourself or towards others. Yes, you can protect your personal boundaries. And yes, you can protect your right to feel angry. And yes, you can protect your right to implement your aggression. But no, you cannot breach other people's personal boundaries. Ask yourself 2 questions every time you feel angry or feel doing like something aggressive. What do I do about it right now? Where can I apply this energy? Especially if someone forces you to. I feel angry. That fact that you accept it is awesome, and it helps you got in contact with you. Since that group therapy, I've learned with contact with my aggression. I know my aggression, like shadow, follow me wherever I go. But I can use it to my own advantage. I can implement it. The algorithm is simple. Feel your aggression, accept it, and ask yourself, what do I do about it right now? And your aggression will guide you to mind-blown results.